one last method on kind of working the field, and that's if you're working solo, right? How do you work the T-bar and the cutting in all at once? And I think it's easiest, although I have cut in ahead of myself on jobs, I think this is really where cutting in behind yourself makes a lot more sense. So, you know, I've got my puddle out, I've got my cut-in pad and my finish, you know, pushed back to probably the place that I'm going to work the finish to. So I can go ahead and just start working my T-bar back and forth. Again, I'm going to get as close to the wall as I can without probably going all the way there. It's also one of those times where I will probably pull the black caps off of the end of my applicator so that I can get closer to the wall. I mean, those do have a purpose to keep me off the wall most of the time, but if I'm going solo, I probably want those off so that I can get as close to the wall as possible. So again, I'm just gonna make 3 or 4 passes back and forth without worrying about feathering out my turn marks or any kind of marks I'm making at the end, because I'll reach back and get those all at once. Now, here's another place you gotta still be kind to yourself, right? Don't work yourself out so much that you've got to try to stretch back 4 or 5 feet. So when I'm ready to cut in, then I can go ahead and lay my applicator down. Go back and grab my cut-in pad. Now it might have been easiest if I would have pulled back down here, so my T-bar is here, my cut-in pad is here. But again, if I need to pull a little finish out of the puddle here to reach back, I can do that. Can go ahead and feather any turn marks that I had in the floor. I'm going to pad that out, walk to the other side. Here's where, again, I probably need to grab a little finish so I can go down my wall. Make sure I'm cutting in everything. And then like I did before, I'm going to take my cut-in pad, lay it back down, further down probably where I'm going to be after I make my next passes. Go back, set myself up with a little more finish if I need to. And start making some additional passes down the floor. I like this method because, again, because I'm working by myself, you can put that extra pressure on yourself to catch up to if you've cut in ahead of yourself. And if you let it sit there too long, you're gonna get stuff that sets up on you, where this way I don't have anything else out there leading me. So I'm not worried about being cut out to here and it's starting to set up along the edges. I'm only cutting in back behind myself. So now I just continue across the floor, reaching back to where I need to cut in behind myself, and I feel like I've got total control of the job. So if you have to do a job solo, again, just know how you might want to adjust your process a little bit. Instead of cutting in ahead of yourself, cut in behind yourself, kind of take, you know, be aware of where you're putting your applicators down and your jug. Set stuff ahead of yourself so that you can go ahead and work those 3 or 4 passes. You're not having to move stuff out of the way all the time. And then your tool should be waiting there for you along with the finish if you need some more finish to go ahead and cut in behind yourself.